Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Money Podcast, your source for all things money. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and hit on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have Jeff Heet on the line, and he's the VP and Risk Management Advisor over at Insurance Office of America. Jeff, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Adam. It's a pleasure to be here.
So I'm excited about today's topic. I mean, it's a big deal. So the importance of risk management and claims management in managing insurance expenses. I mean, big deal. But before we get into that, Jeff, I want to get a little bit of a background on what you're doing over at Insurance Office of America. So first, tell us a little bit more about the company, please.
So Insurance Office of America, I'm a partner over here. It's an agency that is a national firm. We're the 13th largest privately held agency in the nation. And we have about 300 brokers, and we're all partners. So we are working with companies, typically 50-plus employees, 10 million plus in revenues, helping them set up a risk management program that is going to be in line with their insurance, which will drive down their insurance costs and set them up for being more profitable.
I love it, and that's why you're the guy for today's topic, because you have a vantage point, large client base, large amount of things that you've seen in the industry. So let's just get into today's topic. So the importance of risk management and claims management in managing insurance expenses. So where do you want to begin?
Well, there's many different ways I could begin this topic. And first of all, I know a lot of times when I'm meeting with the company for the first meeting, nobody's never too excited to talk about risk management and how that is going to help out their pricing on their insurance costs. Because everybody wants to have the best price. Everybody wants to save money because, workers' comp, general liability, umbrella insurance, all of that can have a huge impact on the bottom line of a company. And that's where we begin, is by finding out, what pains are they having? Are they having issues with their claims? Are they reporting their claims on time? Are they having issues with audits? And that's where we can come in and put together a process that handles everything from pre-claim to post-claim. So we want to find out, how are you handling your claims? How are you investigating these accidents? How are you eliminating the fraud? Do you have a hotline that they're calling in to get some immediate assistance from a nurse instead of just sending them directly to a clinic where it immediately turns into an insurance claim? And then once it gets in the system on the workers' comp side, an insurance claim, workers' comp claim that could have been handled through a quick phone call to a nurse is now turned into a $10,000, $20,000 cost on their insurance premiums.
Wow.
And in California, in California,
let's not just glance over that, because that's a big deal. I think you might have got some of the attention of the people listening. They're like, oh, insurance, I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about claims. I don't want to. So let's just dwell on that for a minute. So something that could have been possibly avoided by a simple call, like even let's just say telemedicine or something like that, like one of those simple services that are outsourced anyway, to get some help. Now, if they go to the doctor, if they have to go through the system, you said that could cost up to $20,000 in terms of how it's going to affect their insurance. So talk a little bit more about that, please, because I think you got everybody's attention there.
So example could be, say one of your employees, just say they work in the hospitality industry and they cut their finger washing dishes. They reach into the water, there's a knife in there, get a little nick. So, traditionally what most companies are doing is they call the clinic. This could be at midnight, depending on the restaurant. And now they're sending them to the ER. The ER charges them for the visit. Then they tell them, go get a bunch of prescriptions, take a few days off of work, maybe, depending on the case, and then come back for another meeting in a couple of weeks, and then depending on the injury, it could be go get physical therapy. So all that stuff adds up, and all that goes into your workers' comp premiums. So that one finger cut could have turned into, say, a $10,000 claim. But if they just went in, they called a triage where a nurse answers the phone, tells them exactly how to treat it, go home, self-treat it, take some ibuprofen, put a bandage on it, call us tomorrow if it's still bothering you. It's not deep enough. You don't have to worry about it becoming affected. You can get some over-the-counter antibiotics. In that case, this claim is now $0. And in California right now, the average is every dollar paid out by the insurance carrier, say at $10,000, is going to cost you $3 in future premium. So that $10,000 claim could cost you $30,000 over the next 3 years with your rates going up. So just having that process in place on the national average, 40% of injuries do not become a claim if they are getting triaged correctly. So that's just one of many things that we do to help our clients with making sure that they're following the right steps. They know exactly what to do. Their managers, their employees are all trained that when there is a claim, I know it can be a high stress situation. They need to know to calm down and just take care of the issue, investigate the accident, get the proper details so we can, if it does become a claim and it could be subrogated back toward the someone else's insurance, we'll have all those proper details so we can fight that claim, fight the fraud and everything else that goes into it.
No, that's awesome. So let's get a little bit further into the risk management side of things. So obviously, the one thing is triaging care and having the right things set up for that. So let's talk a little bit more about the risk management end of things. Okay.
So another important thing is what we call pre-hire and post-offer, which is part of our. So we have a program called Risk Score. It's an industry equivalent of credit score. It was created by Insurance Office of America and with our top insurance carriers like Underwriters from Liberty Mutual and all the other top carriers. Let us know what are the key aspects key information that they need as part of an insurance proposal that are going to help show that this client's going to be mitigating risk. They're going to have low exposure so they can get the best rates. So one of those of our 4-step process is pre-hire, post-offer, pre-claim, post-claim. So part of the pre-hire is we want to be putting in place things like integrity testing or pre-employment physicals to make sure that they're hiring people that are going to be honest, somebody that's not going to steal from them, somebody that can do the job, somebody that's going to get along well. If they're in customer service, they need to have that personality that gets along with their clients that can handle a stressful situation. And that's where part of the integrity testing, and then we get into the physicals where if they're in a job where they have to be able to lift a certain amount of weight, they need to make sure that, if they're lifting this weight, that it's not going to turn into a shoulder injury that turns into a huge workers' comp claim, which impacts their bottom line by their insurance rates going up on the comp. So we focus on that. We focus on their onboarding process. So putting into place, depending on the industry, say it's construction, you want to take ladder safety, distracted driving, take the new California laws, sexual harassment trainings required for all employers with over 5 employees. We can set up all those online trainings for them. So at the time of hire, they can make sure all those are taking place. We can update their injury and illness prevention plan, make sure that they have that in place, make sure that they're getting that signed off. So we want to make sure that all their processes from hiring to post-claim is completely in check so they don't have any gaps or any issues or any areas that could turn into a huge issue when a claim does happen or hiring the wrong person.
Man, that's awesome. So, Jeff, I can talk to you about this all day. I mean, a couple of things, big things is obviously that triage thing. I mean, that's a huge amount of potential savings just by having the correct things in place. And then with the preventative and the risk management, I mean, if you have the right systems in place ahead of time and even on the hire, I love that you're going all the way up to the hiring portion, then, maybe you can prevent some of that stuff. Obviously, accidents still happen, things will still happen, but, so it's all in the percentages. So whatever risk you can mitigate, if it's done properly, I mean, that's just going to all, as you mentioned, add to your bottom line. So all great stuff you're doing there, Jeff. And thanks again for, if somebody's listening to this and they want more information on Insurance Office of America or to connect with you, I mean, what's the best way for them to reach out?
Well, my email is jeff.heet@ioausa.com, or you can find me on LinkedIn under Jeff Heet. My LinkedIn profile has a lot of details about process and why it's unique and how it does get our clients 20% discounts over what they would get through other brokers. So all the details are there. I'm happy to talk to anybody, see if they're a good fit for our process and build that partnership.
Perfect. Well, hey, Jeff, really appreciate you coming on the show today and sharing more about what you're doing over at Insurance Office of America. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. If you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Money, don't forget to subscribe there, but also leave us some comments in the comment section on the video. Love to connect with you there and keep the conversation going over in our YouTube community. And Jeff, thanks again for coming on the show.